Hi, I'm Paul Innes, Chief Executive of the Australian Jockeys Association. As most of you would know, we recently had a fantastic victory in establishing welfare programs that will benefit you, the jockey. This video, which you're about to see, will explain how those programs will work and why it is so important for you. The scheme will see 1% of prize money put in to fund a comprehensive personal accident scheme, including death and disability insurance, a public liability insurance fund, and other welfare and education programs. It will come into effect on the 1st of July and will be under the control of both the Australian Racing Board and the Australian Jockeys Association. The ARB has established a committee to work with representatives from the AJA to establish and administer the scheme, particularly the insurance side of things. Welfare programs will also be developed and administered on a state-by-state basis between each principal racing authority and jockeys associations in the states. The introduction of this scheme isn't going to put a halt to the financial problems facing our jockeys, but it is going to ease the burden placed on them and their families during times of hardship.
I've been help fundraise for 2 or 3 jockeys that I've known personally who've had bad accidents in race riding, and the industry and the community pull together and help jockeys who are injured, but it shouldn't really be a burden. We should be able to look after our own. I think that having the National Jockeys Trust and the support with the AJA, I think we can look after our own. I think it's very important to know that you've got that security there. The Racing for Our Lives campaign kicked off in the spring 2008 and it's taken a long time to get here, but I think we've all stayed strong and true, even though we've had criticism from different groups. I think the National Red Armband Day was a great day to make awareness of jockeys who have had bad accidents or lost their lives in racing, and that's why we're doing this today, not just for our current rider group now, but for the generations that are coming through, and hopefully they have better support systems in place for them.
Can't touch wood. Every time a jockey goes out there, they're risking their lives. You know, I know that, they know that. I've had a few bad falls over the years and I'm just lucky to be here. I'm one of the fortunate ones because there's many that aren't, you know. And it's not until you really do have a fall like that that you realise how lucky you are and how little is done to support the jockeys and these funds.
I'm a living example of why we need this scheme put in place. I know better than anybody else how important the Australian Jockeys Trust is. In 2005, I had a fall that left me a quadriplegic. Thanks now to the efforts of the Australian Jockeys, we now have a scheme in place to protect the Australian jockeys in their financial situation. Australian jockeys have finally got the change they deserve.
I'd like to thank everyone for their support in this campaign, Racing for Our Lives. You, the jockeys in particular, but there are many other people within the industry and without, including the media, who supported this campaign. You, the jockeys, have got what you deserve, a national program for improvements in your welfare and conditions. It just goes to show you what you can do when you stick together. There is much more we can achieve in the coming years by doing so. This is a national association that represents your interest, and we will work tirelessly to improve those conditions in the years ahead. Thank you for your support.